here in Louisville, Kentucky. Um, I don't have excuse me for not showing my face, but I got a bonnet on my head, so therefore I didn't think that was appropriate to be online with a bonnet. But anyway, um, I am just reaching out to everyone that on YouTube that viewed my videos, gave me some likes, which I wish I would give me more likes also, but I'm grateful. So when you please view my video, please like my video also. And subscribe. This is my first YouTube live. Last week I underwent surgery, nasal surgery. I have had real trauma towards my face area. When I was 10, riding bikes with my friends, and I was on the handlebars, and we went over a bump, and I fell and hit my face, split my lip wide open, knocked three of my teeth out, cracked them, and broke my nose basically. And I was 10. I got my teeth fixed. It was a process, because they was permanent. I had root canals done. I went under extensive stuff, and I had got stitches. But it took a while for me to get my teeth repaired, so I was bullied on top of that after that happened. And then puberty, the onset of puberty, so acne was coming along. But that's a different story at a different time. That was the first trauma because the doctors told my mom, hey, she's young, oh, broken nose, oh, it'll heal on its own. Okay. Second trauma in 1998, adult, leaving my job, got hit from behind, hit a pole, pole. But anyway, went through the windshield, had trauma to my face then. Oh my gosh, second time trauma. Um, it was, oh, your nose will heal. Um, there really is nothing you could do for your nose. It'll heal on its own. Third trauma was DV, and my ex-husband, beat me in my face. So, really never had no work done. And so as I aged and the damage and the way my nose had healed, I started snoring. Um, I was getting constant sinus infections. I always had allergies and the raccoon eyes and this and that. But as I got older, as I aged, it has gotten worse. So with that being said, I finally, as an adult, um, not as an adult, but as an older, uh, you know, I was able to get some real good healthcare insurance because I've always had a job. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, but being self-employed, the healthcare insurance sucked. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't really afford or meet the deductible to get a lot of things done. But that's another story for another story time. But anyway, I still do hair. I'm still licensed, and I end up getting a job with the city of Louisville, from where I'm from, with Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm a school bus driver. And hey, those benefits there, and they match your health care insurance, and I got some real good health care insurance. Things that I really have needed done, I have gotten done. So the advantage of having good health care insurance, where you can get the stuff done, I'm getting things done. No, you know, because if you have Medicaid or here is Passport, Anthem, and WellCare, all that, but they like the state agency insurance, which is nothing wrong with that, but they have a limit. They won't pay so much, and you have to go through so much until finally you could get that surgery. With me going to the ENT, my primary care doctor provided that information. I went there because I was telling him that I'm always having a sinus infection. I'm always having some type of bacterial infection. an upper respiratory infection, and that was coming from my nasal drip. That when I went to ENT, he went and looked at my nose, then he went back. And COVID didn't do it no justice. I had COVID twice, let me tell you, and that took away my sense of smell. So, I am smelling since they took them splints out. Since I had that, I it feels good to smell. I could smell, y'all. I could smell the rain. I could smell the air. I could smell. I mean, it is beautiful. I am so excited. I'm not as stuffy, but my nose is still healing. It's only been 6 hours since they took the nasal splints out. I cannot blow my nose. Get over here. Get over here. My dogs are out. Well, I'm dog sitting and I have a little dog. Get over here. Over here. Over here. But anyway, from that experience, I mean, hey, I looked at the bill that they charged me. I'm only responsible for $537. My surgery was $27,000. Wow. And was it worth it? Yes. I still have some more to go. I'm going to have a second surgery because my nasal passage from all the trauma in my nose is crooked and it's so narrow. So this summer, I'm not going to take no more time off during the school year because I was off for a whole week. And I'll get to that. That it's a recovery time. Now I know when you have stuff done to your face like that, to them ladies that just like to go up under the knife and have that type of, if it's not necessary and it's not a health risk, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I mean, I know the results later, and that's to the each his own. But just for me, because it was a health issue, that's why I did it. But I will do the second surgery in the summer, and that's to widen my nasal passage on the right side. And I know they was going to do a lot of shaving and open that up, and that would help me breathe a little bit better. My nose is still healing, so I cannot blow my nose. But when I saw the splints, because, I mean, when I woke up after surgery, I'm like, oh, I had the anesthesia. I really didn't feel nothing. Okay? They gave me one pain pill. They gave me a Percocet. First, they gave me something to drink. My mouth was so dry and crusty. I looked like I was on drugs or something. You know what I'm saying? And then they gave me a ginger ale. And then they gave me when they gave me the ginger ale, they gave me a Percocet. And then the nurse came back and said, well, we got to quit eating that. Get that out your mouth. Good job. Sorry, dog. When they gave me a slushy. I had a grape slushy. It might sound nasty. I threw up everywhere because the Percocet and the grape slushy didn't mix. So my husband gave me something to eat. We went, got home, and I woke up and started moving around a little bit, doing the nasal flushes, this and that, taking ibuprofen, over the counter ibuprofen, and Tylenol. So 4 hours would be the first 4 hours ibuprofen, the second 4 hours Tylenol. So I had to alternate. But baby, that next day, because I still had the anesthesia in me. The second day, that's when I felt everything. Baby, it felt like an 18-wheeler went over my face. Okay, my face was swollen. I just didn't understand it. My nose was so big. You know how you cook a bratwurst or a hot dog on the grill and you like them to get real, real fat? And right before, my nose was so fat that I felt like if you touched my nose the wrong way, it was going to split straight open. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you that. Hey, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining my live. My nose was just like fat. I'm telling you, please like the video. Please like the video. This is my first time really getting on YouTube and doing a live. And thank y'all for helping me get my 50 subscribers so I can start doing a live. And I'm telling you, I got some stories that we could talk about. we could have conversation about just some real life stuff. But let me finish off with the surgery. And this surgery might be able to help you or whatever. I've always been an allergy child too. And this is the purpose of good healthcare insurance. My mother, um, I'm gonna say that we was poor, but we wasn't so poor that my mom never got welfare. She did get food stamps. My mom worked 6 days a week, went to work every freaking day. I mean, our lights never got turned off, our water never got turned off, our phone never got turned off. I had the basic. I mean, my mom got me school clothes, summer clothes, uh, basic. The only thing that we didn't have health care insurance. We have a place here called Park Duval, and it was a local community health care center, which we had a blue pick card. Go in, it goes up based on your income. So, for us to go to the doctor, my mom, if you wasn't, your arm wasn't broke, wasn't no sprained ankle, you wasn't almost dying, and you weren't sick, you was not going to Park Duval. And even then, you would have to go to Park Duval before you went to the hospital. They would have to tell us, oh, we can't do nothing here, hospital. Understand what I'm saying? Um, I remember when I had my first accident with my on the bike, riding bicycles. I was 10, and I was on the handlebars, and we went over a bump and hit my face on the concrete. Went to the emergency room because we did not have insurance. That happened at 5 in the evening, after school. 5 in the evening, and everybody went to the local school. We walked to school. This and that. And we outside playing. Okay, riding our bicycles. Uh, I didn't. I remember my mom couldn't get off work. My older brother, he took me to the hospital. We sat there from 5 till about 1 something in the morning. My mom met us at the hospital. Okay, my face messed up, teeth. My brother had sense enough to take the teeth that was on the ground and put it in a bag with some milk to try to save my teeth. Nose, blood was, I had stuff stuffed up in my nose to keep it from the blood going everywhere, and lip busted up. Because we didn't have no health care insurance, I got seen last. People was coming in with minor stuff. My brother was like, "You're not gonna see her. You're not gonna see her." I'm bleeding. I could have had a head trauma, anything. They didn't do no last. So healthcare insurance is, hey, how you doing? How you doing? It's a must. I mean, that is something that everybody needs. Nobody should be treated different if you have it or don't have it. I'm telling you, healthcare insurance is a must. Everybody should be able to go to the doctor, even if you cannot afford it. You should not be treated like you have the plague or whatever. But that was so traumatizing. But I made in my mind when I got older as an adult that I would always have medical insurance. And even as an adult, when I did have insurance, I had the state insurance because I was a teenage mama. And we didn't even have the state insurance because my mama didn't really believe in welfare. The only thing my mom got, God rest her soul, was food stamps. And my mom worked 6 days a week. She was only off on Sundays. My mom worked Monday through Saturday, I'm sorry. So that's what I remember. So, and this being said, I'm gonna add this in there. If my mom had, it took my mom getting sick to finally get government state insurance. And by the time she was able to get everything that she needed done, her health was so messed up that she died. She worked herself. She went, and this is where I get this mindset from. I had to get back to work, but let me finish my story. So, and I'm gonna show you where this comes into play at. So, anyway, excuse me, I had to. I had the surgery, this and that, this and that, this and that. I got everything taken out today because they had the splints had to stay in, the splints and the stitches had to stay in for 1 week. I cannot blow my nose, but you hear me like hacking stuff and I'm spitting it out so because I can't blow. So, and because my nose is still healing. So, after surgery, and everything. And before surgery, I remember before surgery, I told my doctor, because I had told my boss, I was like, oh, he said it was going to be 15 minutes. It's an outpatient procedure. So to me, I'm like, shit, I'm going to be out for a couple of days and I could come back Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And I had told my boss that. And he was, I mean, my doctor, I was like, well, how long am I going to be off? He said a week. I said, no, 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 no. I can't be out for no week. Yes, I am reading this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. I am reading this. I am reading this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I am reading this. I appreciate y'all coming in and acting with me. XX.XX.X. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me for my story time. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry that you feel like I'm not reading it because I'm watching my dogs and talking to y'all and trying to, keep it going. And please bear with me. This is my first YouTube live video. I just felt like I could come on here and talk because I like to talk, and just bear with me. And plus, I don't want nobody to see my face, and I'm out here watching these dogs and talking to you guys. So, if I miss you guys, I'm sorry, but I do appreciate everybody, and please like the video. Please like the video. So anyway, on that note. Come on, can y'all like the video? I got 2 likes. Everybody like the video, please, please. Um, so anyway, with that being said, he was like, "No, you're gonna be out for a week," and I was like, "I got to go back to work because it's been instilled to me to work. You be out for a few days, go and work. I mean, if I don't have a fever and if I could work, I could work. You know what I'm saying? I try to tough it out." And so that was instilled with me from my mom. So he was like, "You're not gonna be able to go to work. You might try Friday." They gave me a little note for Friday, and I took it to my job after my surgery. Who goes to their job after surgery? My husband looked at me like, "Girl, we going home." But good man. I love my husband so much. Such a good man. He took me over there. I took paperwork in there. I still had the blue net cap on my head. You see what I'm saying? Hospital band on my arm, giving them the paperwork. They said, "You coming back?" They was like, "All right." They was looking at me crazy. So anyway, that second day after surgery, I was like, "Whoo." Then that third day, I was like, "Oh man." So with that being said, I'm doing these flushes, these nasal irrigations, hacking out blood. So I had a little plastic Ziploc bag that I would spit the blood into. I'm doing the drainage stuff, the nasal irrigation, the dried up blood, the scar tissue, whatever that was coming out of my nose. I'm collecting that, and I'm like, and then I had to wear this like bandage type thing that wrap around my ears, and I had to wrap gauze in the middle of it, and wear it to collect the drainage coming out of my nose. And like I said, I drive the school bus. Hey, high Titan camera man, hey, hey, like the videos, you guys, like the video. So anyway, I'm doing my thing. Listen, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was crying at night because I had to sleep with my head elevated with a bunch of pillows. I wasn't comfortable. The pressure, the pressure. So my husband called that Thursday. It was like, told my boss, like, she's not coming in. She's not coming in Friday. And one other thing that was happening, I didn't have no voice for real because I had the breathing tube in my throat. So after they took that out, oh my gosh, my throat was swollen. I spoke a little bit, but I was also sucking on some little lozenges to like soothe my throat. But my throat sucked. It hurt so bad. I'm so glad that that's finally healed. It took about 4 days for that to finally subside. But when I tell you, that my doctor was right that I wouldn't be able to drive. It was no way possible. I was trying to figure out a way to drive and work and drive and work. And driving a school bus it's not an easy task. It's not that we just sit up there and drive. You gotta be a you you gotta listen to the kids. You gotta uh, drive, pay attention to your surroundings. You got, it's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility, and I wouldn't be doing my due diligence driving the bus safely with 60 kids per route, which I have 4 routes, and then I have an activity route in the evening with about 4 or 5 kids. You know, um, safely. It would put I would be putting myself in harm's way and the children. So it was right. I couldn't do it. I was not going to be able to do my job efficiently. So the week was needed. The week was needed. The pain finally went away Monday evening. Now the swelling has started going down. Um, I had started being able to move around a little bit more in the house. I was able to cook a few little meals. Um, but as the swelling was going down, them damn splints, I feel like it was digging into my nose now because the swelling's going down. Oh, it was on and popping like Donkey Kong. I'm not lying to you. When I say that shit hurts, that shit hurts. It is no joke. That shit hurts, man. It felt like I had two big, gigantic boogers in my nose that wouldn't come out. I mean, it's amazing how that worked, but I could I could breathe. Now I still got some little clogginess in there, but I'm not allowed to blow my nose. And when I go back next week, he's gonna do some more cleaning and suction my nose out. You know, so it is it's helpful that journey. Zishan, am I saying your name right? Zishan Hassan. Hello, hello. I see that you're on here, Stella Simone. Hello. Um, it was just the experience, but I'm telling you, as because we live in the United States, and if you don't have health care insurance or any good health care insurance, I mean, the certain things you just cannot get. I remember having state insurance with my middle child, and when she was a baby, she had hernia surgery, and I kept saying, "Oh, something's going on." They was like, "Oh no, nothing's going on. If she gets bigger, it'll go away." Okay, come to find out, because she's still on my insurance because she's in college. She was home for the summer, and she went to the doctor complaining about her stomach. She had real bad scar tissue from her hernia surgery, and they kept saying it was nothing. I'm trying to tell you the difference between have state regulated insurance and having health care through Humana Anthem, and it's coming from your job, and they cover half or whatever. So it's like, wow, own it, took care of it, fixed it. That's the key to that. They fixed that. They fixed it. They got that stuff together, and boom. And I'm gonna say some healthcare insurance is better than no healthcare insurance. It's just that the people don't like to deal with government state mandated insurance because they don't pay a lot. They got a cap off. My eldest daughter's 35. She's a Navy vet, it's so crazy because even though that stuff is free, they treat them like our veterans, their insurance, whatever they need done, they should be able to get it instead of all this 20 pages of paperwork and you got to file this claim with A and B and this and that, this and that. The two things I think they should get for how long they serve. Health care is permanent, but housing, it should not be a homeless vet out here. They should have, if you did 20 years, 25 years, there's no way they should be homeless. They should be in some type of nice a facility. And, if they did 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, they should be in some type of the military should build this housing for veterans, um, from the low income base to the ones that served out and retired for the nice senior living or basis. They should have it. They should never be homeless. And that's just what I think about that. But getting back to this nasal thing, I went off script, but that's how it is with that insurance. There's a difference. If I say, oh, I want to do this, I can get that done. Oh, well, we know how to do this and write it up this way, so the insurance company will pay for it. And when they won't ask no questions, but if you do it with the other paperwork, well, we're gonna do this step, this step, this step, this step, and then after we utilize all these steps, then they might do it. So yeah, it's crazy. But the surgery, like I said, was a success. If they tell you you need a week off, you need a week. That pressure, oh my gosh, the headaches. I had pressure uh, on the top row of my teeth, the top three teeth, top four. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, numb. I didn't think I had any teeth. I felt pressure in my ears. I felt pressure up under my eye. I felt pressure. It was just everywhere. Everywhere. The pressure was a killer. The head pressure is a killer. But I am here to tell you it, it was worth it because I could breathe. I could smell. I mean, it's a beautiful feeling. A beautiful feeling. So if you need it and you could get it, I would advise it. Um, the first 5 6 days, you're gonna be in pain, buddy. That's the worst pain I ever felt, and I wouldn't even want to feel what a 18 wheeler feel like going across your head, but that's what it felt like. I mean, it felt just unbearable. And when they took them splints out, I did. If you look on my YouTube short, I showed what was in my nose, and they were shaped like a little kidney bean or something about the size of my thumb was stuck up in my nose. They had two holes at the ear so I could breathe and drain the stuff. But as I'm telling you, gotta keep your nose moist. That's why they were saying keep your nose moist because, hey, that right there, when they took it out, I couldn't believe it. I said, that what was in my nose? I was like, oh my gosh. When he clipped them two little stitches, boom, boom, and they pulled the other little piece out, and then took the other piece out, and I couldn't believe it. So yeah, it's amazing on that. It is amazing. Make sure y'all like the video. 7 people on here, and I just got 2 likes. Come on, everybody like the video. We have a when you get a chance, do what you do. I don't know. I'm sorry. It paused for a second. I guess I paused it. But if you didn't hear me, get over here. Um, like the video, please. I would appreciate it. But like I said, the surgery was a success, and I am just happy. I'm happy. I go back to work tomorrow. And if you do have sinus problems, I do that nasal irrigation. They got one that's in a can by I gotta pull it up. I think it's NELIMED, and it is already has the it's for your allergies. cold and something else. But I'm gonna go back to the Walgreens and get 2 cans of that, and so I don't have to mix the saline stuff together, the purified water and the saline packets. I mean, I done did that, but I can just use that can, stick it up in my nose, squirt, squirt, and then another squirt, squirt, and be done with it. And just be cool. So, um, my next story, I'm gonna come on here because I really want to do some live interaction and talk to you guys. But I just also wanted to just talk about the stuff that happened with the nasal surgery and the insurance and everything. So, I guess maybe one day this, because I go on fall break, starts this Friday. So I'll be back at work for 2 days and I'll be out for a week. So maybe, here it is. I would do it Saturday. Saturday, like I told y'all, if you don't know, if you read on my little community wall or whatever, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, home of the Kentucky Derby. And I've been here uh, mostly all my life, but I moved to Indianapolis for about 6, 7 years. So, Indianapolis, Indiana, home of the Indy 500. But it's about an hour and a half away. But I moved back home. Um, and I've never been to Churchill Downs. My eldest daughter is a Zeta, and they are doing a a fundraiser, I think, at Churchill Downs. But she got my ticket, and I'm going to show up and show out, and I'm gonna take pictures, and they're gonna be racing, and I'm gonna wear my outfit, do my makeup. I would go look on Friday for a nice little fixator, or a hat, because I want to experience it. But and so you gotta go to Churchill Downs at least one time. So maybe I can, stream and y'all can see the experience and how pretty Churchill Downs is for you guys, and we could talk about it. I've never bet on a horse, and we could experience it. And maybe y'all could help me pick a horse. We might win some money. That would be exciting, and do that. So, um, that's it. And that's all. So I'm gonna get back on here and do another live Saturday, and then probably do one Tuesday of next week about some different things. And I want to talk about, um, and I know that's a deep subject, but let's talk about maybe some stuff that's going on around the world, some different hot topics, and we can voice our opinions respectfully and nicely. It does not have to turn into an argument. We could agree to disagree, but we have to do it respectfully, because the only way you could see somebody's view or opinion if you sit down at the table with them and listen to them. No, you might not have to agree, but y'all can respect each other's views and know where each other stand. That's what adults do. And you, and sometimes you might see things after y'all talk, be like, that do make sense. Or maybe I was wrong. You're entitled to change your mind about things. I'm not trying to make you left, right, independent. Get away. Hey, Stitch! Stitch! I gotta get off her. My dog is acting. He just think he's grown, but we could do things and have a respectful conversation. It's just so much. I want this to be a safe space, but I don't do that arguing and that back and forth, because I will block and delete, and I won't even tell you. So please be nice and be nice with each other. But I don't want to see all that arguing in my comments, just in case. I want you to be respectful, and I want you to be courteous to each other. because not everybody agree. If everybody agreed and did the same thing, there wouldn't be no wars or nothing in this world. It wouldn't be no drama, no chaos. So we have to be respectful to each other. So I want y'all this afternoon to have a nice and pleasant rest of the day. And remember, if nobody loves you, I do, and so do God. Let's have a blessed day. Thank you. Until the next time.